All right, folks, we're back. It's game number 1, brand new best of 3. Quickly answering the question that keeps getting asked today: why isn't Zombie Grub here? Well, A, because we wanted Beastie here. Let's be clear, that takes precedence. But secondly, Zombie Grub's also out of town with her family for the week or so, so it's not even just casting with me. She's not streaming in general. If you want to follow her, of course, you can follow her on twitch.tv/zombiegrub or Twitter ZG Gaming for updates and all that good stuff. But I'm really glad we can still grab people like Beastie and Maynard and whoever to come cast and hang out for Olimoleagues and what have you. That being said, you called it 2-1 for this fella. To the bottom right, we have the red Darren Ryung.
And in the top left, we have the guy you call 2-0 for. It is the blue Terran KeeN.
Yeah, I don't actually think KeeN's going to 2-0, but it's going to be like, so sick if he does, and I look like I'm just so good at predictions.
See, okay, so Ryung, I think, is more kind of stable player, I guess. You can kind of expect certain things from him, and that's it. But KeeN, I swear, like 1 week he loses to someone that he shouldn't. Then next week I see him beat Zest 2-0.
Right?
And I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, oh, what cheese did he use, right? So
Okay.
look at the games, and they're just normal games. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what to think now.
You know what it is? I think KeeN has a little bit of a bad case of the Luciras, where there's a lot of games where he'll get ahead and then fall behind because he'll make like a couple bad moves, maybe walk into a dumb storm, Nazi just tanks correctly. Like, KeeN is not someone who makes a ton of mistakes, but when he does, it always looks really bad.
Yeah, that's actually funny, because there's players that lose games really well. And that's actually a thing. Like, you lose the game, but the game is so close.
Mana is the guy that comes to mind for that, because I feel like the worse Mana's doing in a game, the better he plays. It's like some sort of sick berserker, like, the more damage you take, the more damage you deal type thing. Like,
yeah, we casted Mana, right? When he played against Hearthstone, and then he played against Hero Marine. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So his games are like, yeah, that's what we talked about back then as well. Like, his games are like, he starts off with a normal build where he should be in a good position, and he just potatoes. And then he opens with something, doesn't work at all, and then he wins the game. And it's like, okay, well, I see why you're opening this way then.
Like, DreamHack, that wasn't the case, though, and that's what was really awesome to see from Mana. Because that's like 3 years of him playing that way you just described. And then DreamHack, I felt like he for once had like the reins of the horse. Like, he wasn't the one taking damage and hoping to counter.
Yeah. I mean, you see then what happens if you like doesn't take damage and actually, you know, doesn't transition into potatoing, but kind of plays well after that.
Oh hell yeah! We just got the HKG Chicken Man host, dude. 39 viewers. Buck. Thank you guys for joining the stream. He took a dumb drawing I did for him a little while ago. I made it one of his emotes. It is by far my favorite on Twitch. Also, a big thanks to Flying Sheepman for that 30-month resub, and Kazuk305 coming back for 8. Just keep up the good work. Love me some base trade. I'll tell you what, base trade loves it. Some Kazuk305.
You should have that as your sub sound, you being a chicken. That was amazing. Type SDF in the chat if you're a creep.
SDF if you're a chicken.
SDF. Okay, so Cloak Banshee scouted by the casual SCV, just, you know, walking in. He's like, okay, I see what you're doing. Cancels the cloak, very important.
Yo.
And Ryung going for proxy starport.
Yeah, I got some comments on this in a second, but all these flames coming out of the Hellions remind me of my favorite food, BC, and that's some drumsticks fried.
Should I ask what that is?
Some drumsticks fried.
Ah, okay, never mind.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm not. I didn't know we're still doing this, okay?
I think like it's one of those things that creeps back whether you want it to be or not, but
yeah, but it's so damn freaking cool, to be honest. Like, you know.
Wait, do I have referee? I forgot. Sorry guys, I didn't realize I was referee. All right, whoops. But yeah, the proxy starport's really interesting because it's a Cloak Banshee. A lot of the times, like, this can get really out of hand, but because KeeN's gone for a Raven, he really shouldn't struggle with his Banshee at all.
Yeah, but they're... Yeah, I mean, he's making actually 2 more Cyclones. Never mind. So I was gonna say, if he has no units, but he's making Cyclones and Marines, so yeah, he should be more than fine.
Well, speaking of Banshees, by the way.
Wait, what is this turret positioning?
It's one that says, I don't like close mineral patches.
But what if he goes around?
Well, do you know about the alive turrets?
Yeah, that reminds me of
Dude,
the alive
exactly.
turret.
It's like a halfway alive turret is what it is.
Yeah, alive word plays for people that don't know this, even though everyone should know this.
Like the turret would be like over here.
Yeah, at the like the behind the gas kind of thing, in between like behind the mineral and gas,
Like,
and then the other one would be on the other side, and then it's like.
It's crazy, but the way he does it does make sense. It just looks super weird when it's on its standalone.
Yeah.
But this gives some nice damage. Ooh, I love that target fire to ignore the repaired SCV too. That was really clever.
Boop. Goes down. Another Banshee gonna deny the command center, and that, kids, is why you build your CC in your base. Okay, don't be greedy. Come on.
By the way, chat's finally catching up. If you scroll up a little bit, you can see the little chicken emote. HKG Chicken Man put in chat. That's what he called it. Legs. Because it's supposed to be a chicken man, so it's a chicken with human legs. God. I am an artiste, beastie, alright? An artiste. Alright, the Banshee #1 didn't do crazy damage, but it did get the SCV count a little bit in Ryung's favor. And the second one, oh, it's probably gonna do even less. There's turrets up this time.
Ooh, the Raven!
Oh, that's a huge catch.
That's a beastie Raven if I ever saw one.
What, built to all in? One base?
No. Just Raven running into Marines.
Dude, the OG Beastie Ohana builds, man. That's what got me through TvTs back in the day.
What were they? I forgot. Just
one tank,
base.
one Raven, real quick.
Yeah, cheeky one. Just end the game real quick.
I like the auto turret versus auto turret that went into this. Kind of awkward though. This ends up being a bit of a wash, and Ryung doesn't have enough of a pushing force. Well, this goes on though. He's found a nice position with the Banshee in that hold spot. Gonna get him a couple of SCVs and maybe even the engineering bay.
Oh my god, those Marines! Ooh, but it actually catches Ryung off guard. Pops these Cyclones. That was a good pickoff.
This tank's like, fuck my life right now. What do I do?
Did you see? He went for it, and then it was like, no. No. Go back.
Yo, he's gotten so many worker kills off the back end of this. 9 more?
Oh my god. That Banshee 10 kills. This starport is interesting. He's not even trying to float it. He's actually remaking the starport. He's like, eh.
Well, I guess
whatever.
TvT tends to go down that pathway where you eventually need a second starport anyways. I really hate how TvT goes from like Cyclone Wars to Viking Wars, and anything that happens in between is just like part of the story.
Look at that tank. That's a not a good tank. He's gonna block the CC.
Oh, here.
Boop.
That's annoying. That's super annoying.
Yeah. It's like, reposition. Nah, but I really like the position for KeeN. I mean, he has the map control. Ryung is kind of the one playing defensive, and Ryung has no Marines. Like, how many Marines? 7 Marines only? Not quite enough. There's still the Raven on the KeeN side, which is super important. Like, the Shredder missile in TvT buy against buy is actually insane. But Ryung has one of his own as well.
This is where I obnoxiously point out that the Shredder missile was taken out of the game and replaced with the anti-armor missile.
Yeah. I still call it Seeker missile.
I know, it makes more sense.
You know, I try to be professional, and I call it the Shredder missile, and it's anti-armor missile. So, Seeker missile for life.
The P in BaseTradeTV stands for professional, so don't worry.
Okay, good. Yeah, this one Banshee without cloak is doing a lot of work, and the Liberator arrives as well.
This is all like because there's no Marines too, which is what makes this so surprising.
Yeah, like this is so situational, I guess. Like, this is not something you should be aiming towards, you know, every game, but it's working out really well in this game.
Nice pick up with the auto turret. I love seeing auto turret use. This rally's hurting a little bit.
This is like a situation where even if KeeN loses all of his units, he's gonna be trading better. I'm actually... Uh-oh. Well, loses one tank. The bench is like, hold on, let me see that really quick.
Yeah, let me see about that. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that, but I mean, okay, soaks up a couple tank shots. Is this enough for Ryung to break it? Yes, yes, it is. GG. Ryung. Well, that's the
One.
that was really good out of Ryung. I was gonna make some dumb joke, but honestly, like that auto turret, the what you call it, the interference matrix, just stupid name for an ability. Before going in was really clever. I really enjoyed that quite a bit actually out of Ryung. He's shown us some cool micro moves today. I still can't get over the stasis trap thing from earlier. Did someone clip that, by the way? I hope someone did.
Oh, from Ryung?
Yeah, we did like the stasis trap pickup. I was like, I didn't even know you were allowed to do that with the timing.
You know what's also like really cool is he didn't take a marine, right? He took
It's a marauder. Yeah.
Yeah, like he knew. You know, he's like, yeah, I got this, because he had like 3 marauders or something, or like 5, whatever. So you would usually take a marine in case you mess up, but he's like, no, I got this.
All right, looks like I'm hosting this next game. Give me a sec here, guys. 16-bit. This map really seems like it is becoming like the common one. Dreamcatcher in 16-bit, quite a bit.
Oh, I love 16-bit.
Oh, I didn't get the mute. Sorry.
Win.
Ah. Allergies, guys. They're a hell of a thing. Alright, you're in here. I'm in here. Was there anyone else casting it? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Alright, then we're just gonna
But I'm
go.
not sure.
Alright, we'll see you guys on 16-bit. Alright, so guys, about that black screen, things got a little bit stuck because I was unmuting, but we are back, and it's game number 2, and oh man, somebody is up to no good. It's not this guy. To the bottom left, a stand-up gentleman with morals and ethics. It is KeeN.
In the top right, the stinky, dirty cheese boy. It is the blue Terran Ryung. Is he gonna float the barracks? No, he's not. But I want him to, but he's not.
I want him to because it'd be so sick it would get past the wall.
Oh, he floats 2 barracks? Oh no, but he would see it with the command center. But that'd be so cool.
If he floats 2 barracks, dude, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Yeah.
Because he is getting gas. He could. Oh my god. I don't think he's going to, but now I'm all excited. You've got me hyped up for the potential.
Nah, it's gonna be a Reapers, the thing. But it's only 1 gas so far.
Oh, it's about to get scouted. Nice, KeeN.
Oh my god. Disgusting play out of KeeN. He's doing the cheesy scout. He's cheesing the cheeser with the cheesy scout.
You know what's kind of interesting is we've talked a little bit how when these maps were new, no one really knew the proxy locations because they were just all over the place. But these maps have been out for long enough now that it's safe to say, like, you can guess where some of these locations will be to scout them.
Yeah. I mean, he went straight for it. It wasn't even like... I mean, if you look at his vision, he just went straight for that place, and he finds what he was looking for.
Oh, chat's pointing something out, by the way. I love this Doge pillow that is behind you.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's not mine, but hey, I use it.
Alright, a little annoying, but I like that bunker coming down here for safety. This could have gotten really bad if not handled correctly. Nice pick up on that one Marine.
Yeah, very good start for Ryung, considering. I mean, there's no bunker on the other side, so if he just goes with 2 Reapers...
Yeah, but he's brought SCVs pre-pulled. You know where there's no supply depots or bunkers at all, though, Beastie?
Tell me.
In the natural.
Yeah, if you only lift it.
If you only lift it.
That's like lift and then make Reapers, and KeeN's head just explodes and he just loses the game.
Can you imagine if he lifted 1, did it now? It would really just mess up. Like, wait, how do you get back there? Pull the defense from the front. Anyways, silliness aside, this is about to come to an end with the Cyclone finally coming out to defend. But I mean, this bunker's got nothing in it. He killed quite a bit. SCVs were pulled off of mining to defend. Like, This didn't work out super well for Ryung, but it didn't go poorly either.
I mean, yeah, considering he was scouted, like, he shouldn't have done anything, but he kills, how many? 4? Yeah, 4 Marines for 1 Reaper. And he actually doesn't know, right, that the barracks is lifted and there's nothing in the bunker. But if he knew, I mean, you can just kite this Cyclone. You can definitely pick off, you know, a couple of SCVs.
Well, a couple things to note, right? First off, actually getting caught up while we get some downtime. Thank you, Juvia Lockster69. Girl, 17 months, you've been winning my heart. Thank you for that resub.
Oh, look at this.
He was trying to steal the tech lab, block out the starport.
Ah, so close.
But you know what? This still opens up the Reapers getting in here. There's so much focus on the barracks. So hello, they get to the mineral lines, and with a couple of these grenades, I mean, these SCVs can start falling apart. 3 go down. That's no small deal.
I'm actually surprised. I mean, he got scouted, and he is still. I mean, he's ahead right now, in my opinion, because. Or actually, no, never mind.
He sees the Cyclone in the natural.
Like, they both have their CCs. The difference is Ryung sees everything, right? He knows there's a cloak Banshee coming on. And, yeah. Now imagine if this didn't get scouted. Probably just a GG. Very good by Ryung.
Yeah, the Raven for the detection is going to be super easy mode. If he had landed that barracks too, like I know I said steal the tech lab, but the reality is what he was trying to do more importantly was block the starport so couldn't actually build anything. Had he delayed this Banshee like 30 or 40 seconds, that would have been amazing, but still, I think Ryung in a pretty good spot. Now, last but not least, big thank you to Maito Manor for the 37 months. Is boopity boo. And we should be caught up. Thank you guys for that support.
Reaper goes down. Cloak gets cancelled. I mean, it makes sense, right? But Ryung still going for Raven. And this is not a big deal. Like, I remember the times it's like, oh, he's going Raven, but there's no Banshee. Ravens are just good to have in TvT these days.
Yeah, the interference matrix canceling out tanks. You can stop any kind of push.
Yeah, auto turrets for some engagements as well. Seeker missiles. Yes, Seeker missiles, I've said it. Are very good as well.
I said it. What? You want to fight? Fight me.
Yeah. So it was like, no, it's not a Seeker missile. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. They changed the name, but in my heart, they'll always be Seeker missiles.
In your heart, it will always be something that fizzles out and doesn't get to actually fire because all units outrun it pretty easily.
Hey, but then when it fires, it like blows up half of the screen. So, I don't know. It was kind of like one of those games like on luck. You know, you never win, but when you do, oh boy. I remember 2 Seeker missiles hitting Zerg air and like 30 Corruptors just explode. Good times.
So this is kind of a funny thing to point out, by the way. Someone in chat, Juvia, says you can steal an enemy's tech lab. This is something I find, and you've made videos about things like this, so you always find the knickknacks of StarCraft 2, but I'm always amazed people don't know that you can take enemy add-ons. But I guess when I think about it more, a lot of people nowadays, they never played the Brood War campaign, and there was like a whole mission about specifically stealing add-ons. So if you played that and linearly went to StarCraft 2, it just made sense. But if you're someone who only ever played StarCraft 2, you never played missions like that, I guess I can see why you wouldn't know.
But in Brood War, you can take it, but it doesn't become yours, right? If you lift off again, it's neutral.
Yeah, it was neutral, yeah.
Yes, but in StarCraft 2, it actually becomes yours. Like, if there's a base trade situation, you can take it, and then the add-on is yours. It's not his anymore.
There's actually a sick game I saw on Reddit posted a little while ago where a guy won the base trade by stealing the add-on with his floating barracks.
I saw that. That was pretty cool.
That's the best way. That's the sickest way I've seen a game end, to be honest.
Yeah. By taking over his build, convincing the people in that building to be on his side.
Convincing, yeah, because I'm sure that that's what they land and they're like, hey, we got cookies, come here.
Yeah, that's a beautiful story.
This attack, by the way, is a little bit scary. 2 Ravens to 1 is a big deal. But one of those Ravens is almost dead, so I'm really curious how this will play out. Interference Matrix obviously going to go down top of the tanks if he's able to. Well, I like the Liberator.
So Ryung is doing what KeeN was doing earlier. This is kind of switch situation, except there's no Banshee this time. It's Liberator straight up, and just, I mean, there's only 5 Marines, and we'll see if KeeN manages to break out of this.
That auto turret actually put out a lot of time there. It's like a microsecond of difference, but that's all you need.
Ooh. That Cyclone actually locked onto the Raven with almost full energy and picked it off. So this is suddenly for Ryung only one.
Oh my god, he's gonna kill the CC. No way, no way. The repairs barely get there in time. Holy shit, he actually repairs it.
They're stuck! They're stuck!
Oh no! Okay, the third CC going down for KeeN is a pretty big freaking deal. Ryung, of course, sitting on 3 bases, 3 mules. He's in a pretty good spot in the back end of this now. He doesn't actually have to do a lot more damage. This has already been really worthwhile for him.
The SCVs being stuck on the tanks, that was beautiful. And then one of the Vikings got interference matrix on it, but the second Viking killed it with the last shot. That was beautiful.
Well,
Like, that was like something out of campaign.
That was pretty cool. I don't think Ryung can push up the ramp, but he certainly take control around it. So this new command center is trying to go down. Well, it's not going to go down. Not in the way he wants it to, at least.
Yeah. Goes down super quick. Faster than the normal build time.
Oh no, that medevac never unloaded. KeeN just lost all the Marines. Well, now there's no counter.
Oh, he's still making medevacs though, but he keeps bleeding out to these 4 or 5 Vikings that they're here. And I mean, this is such an awkward and bad position. Look at those 2 Marines though, from KeeN. Oh. Going down. Yeah, he gets caught with his pants down. Ryung takes the position. Ryung doesn't need to move. Again, if he just stays here, even if he loses the units, he's still fine.
Yeah, you just win the game. Like, attrition would be the way this goes down. Landing a Viking help out a little bit too. Maybe Ryung giving away too much for this, but still, on the whole, he's in such a better spot.
Yeah, I think if he saved the Vikings, like, there was like 5 Vikings, so that would be like preventing the Doom drops throughout the whole game, but I guess he thought he can do better than he did there. Still trades well, and KeeN right now, what you gotta do is do some damage. And what's the best way to do damage? Do a YOLO drop. Just go for it.
Oh, I didn't realize Ryung was so far behind his armor upgrade, by the way. He's only just started that. Technically, yeah. KeeN's Marines are better for a little bit. That could shine through, honestly.
Oh, he's gonna go for it. He does the scan. This is like the fake scan where you scan the 3rd. Ryung moves the army there, and then he does a Doom drop on the natural.
A little bit awkward with that, those tanks. Ryung had 3 of his tanks in the natural base, but KeeN's limited army supplies falling apart pretty quick. Down to 4 tanks. 3 tanks, excuse me.
22 SCVs go down. That's how yikes. And that's how, just like I said, that's how you come back into the game, guys. A Doom drop, and you pray. And KeeN is very good at praying. Worked out. And right now, Ryung will be breaking this out, I think. Oh my god, so many Marines getting killed. He will be killing this, but now if you look at the SCV count, suddenly it's 56 for KeeN after losing his 3rd once and getting it cancelled once. He's ahead.
So Ryung not only was missing an armor upgrade, I didn't even realize he didn't have combat shields to match his opponent. No wonder that went so well for KeeN.
Yeah. Yeah, the Marines were dying so quickly to the siege tank splash. I mean, KeeN, this is not like a, I don't want someone to get me wrong, this is not like luck thing. What KeeN did was very smart, which is when you play TvT or Terran in general, you want to scan where you want to attack. So KeeN scanned the 3rd base, and then Ryung was like, okay, he's scanning me there. He moved the army from the natural to the 3rd, and then KeeN dropped in the natural. It was a very good move, and it did work. Ryung not really prepared, maybe kind of tunnel visioning to try to keep his army as a whole. Because if he had like 10-15 Marines on the natural, that drop would have been completely prevented.
I'll also make a quick note here, folks, since people are typing the exclamation mark headset command. This Friday is when the sponsorship deal will end. So if you're tentative on buying a headset, or you've been thinking about it, if you could do it before Friday, it would help me out a ton, and you'll get that 5% discount. If you do it after Friday, no cool bonuses here for BaseTradeTV.
Just one more headset.
Hashtag just one more headset.
Just one more.
It's a shame because it's a really nice headset, but it is really expensive too. So I understand why people would be hesitant to rush out and buy one. But coming down here to the south side, pretty big army out of KeeN. Nothing he can really ignore, but the doom drops where this game has to be emphasized. And 2 Vikings and a missile turret can maybe keep this from going down.
Oh yeah, so many Marines as well. He's like, nope, 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 nope. Now, imagine the game where there's 5 Vikings that didn't land. That doom drop on the natural would have never happened. And the question is, did those Vikings landing actually do anything? He might have killed, what, a tank more? Maybe 5 Marines? And those are the small decisions that sometimes aren't necessarily wrong, but they could have saved his natural completely if he had them.
Yeah, we're at this point too, by the way, where the game is surprisingly even. You know, the tech has finally caught up to one another. Ish. Ryung Shield's still a little bit behind. And the army supply is holding pretty strong.
Extra starports coming from KeeN. Actually, okay, so Seeker missiles are very bad these days. I mean, they do 15 damage, right? But in TvT, they're actually still insane because you can disable the tanks. Oh, poke here. That's 2 tanks. Nice.
Nice pickoff.
So you can disable the tanks, you can disable the medevacs, and you can still cast Shredder missiles on the Marines and just kill them. Literally kill them because you're gonna have a lot of health.
The -3 armor really helps fast shooting units like Marines, especially when they're stimmed in.
Oh
but
yeah. Oh yeah, that as well.
He's got to be careful he doesn't get flanked from behind. This is not a bad spot for Ryung. I like that he picked off some SCVs, but I don't think he's going to get that command center.
Yeah, he needs to be very, very careful how much he commits. I mean, KeeN can just take the other base, I feel like.
Oh, I love the way he move commanded with that too, so he got more Vikings.
Oh, now there's only 1 Viking. If they actually picked that last Viking off, that would have been such an insane switch because the 2 Liberators would be able to push KeeN completely.
I think they still can. 1 Viking's gonna take forever to kill anything here. Nice bait out there with the tank shots. Still gonna get flanked from the top side if he's not careful, but if KeeN takes too long, he's the one who's gonna get flanked. It's sandwiched in here.
Sandwich on top of a sandwich. Beautiful. Oh, he's unsieging. I don't know if you want to do that.
Well, he wasn't expecting this flank, but tell you what, he's ready for it. The attack on the right side looking pretty good to the south, but the top side's not going so well for Ryung. Without his own medevac count, he's losing out to KeeN's Marines. What a weird game.
So funny. KeeN wanted to flank him, but it said KeeN got flanked, and then Ryung's flank got flanked by KeeN's flank. Wow, what a roller coaster of emotions right there.
That's what makes for a good StarCraft game. But finally, we have some supply difference being carved out here, right? Ryung up a lot of supply, and KeeN's army falling apart. Command center still floating, no 4th base down. Gonna look to catch these medevacs? Maybe not, but even then, his army supply is still looking pretty good. Without tanks to defend, without tanks to deflect, like, KeeN literally has no tanks right now. This is his tank coming out of this factory.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very rough to stop. He still has the CC floating, so I guess there's that. The Raven's going down, and the siege tank will fall as well.
Ooh, that anti-armor might just let KeeN break this. Maybe. No, not enough. GG. Ryung with a 2-0 helps us catch up on the brackets.
No.
Because, yeah, at the moment, it was a little bit behind, but... Okay, so we have a full TvT bottom side of the bracket. Cure versus Ryung, excuse me. Top side is currently 1-1. Gumiho Creator and Bunny and Solar are still playing. I'm going to guess once we sync up with KeeN, we'll probably have to wait for... Or not KeeN, with Crank. I think we'll have to wait for Crank's game to finish before we can get into this, but... The first semifinals should be coming up when we get back, guys. Cure versus Ryung. So... A little bit more TvT in your near future. We'll go to a small break while we wait, though, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.